Stuart Pearce there suggesting the unthinkable, leaving out Harry Kane from Tuesday night's game. Henry, what do you make of that?
Well, I yield to no man in my admiration for Stuart Pearce and listening to his views, whether one-on-one or whether he's sort of talking on talkSPORT. He's played, he's managed, he's a fan, he's a student of the game.
But
I would certainly take advice from him on which bands to go and see out here. He's very, very, very useful on that. But absolutely on football. But I think with Harry Kane, Southgate, I can't see Southgate gambling. He would know the headlines that would come his way if he omitted Harry Kane. He's got 64 goals, as I think Stuart was saying. He is England's top scorer. What he needs, and Stuart slightly alludes to this in terms of the issues on the left, is he needs more support. And if that involves Anthony Gordon starting on the left and pressing higher, running in behind, delivering the balls into to Harry Kane, whether on the ground or in the air. Harry Kane is equally adept at both. Also, Bukayo Saka, who made some decent runs in the first two games, but just needs to show more of his Arsenal form. But that's a general club versus country malaise with England at the moment. But let's support Harry Kane more, whether it's emotionally, whether it's what Southgate says to him, or whether it's structurally on the pitch as well. But if you have a player like Harry Kane, you absolutely have to build towards him. The frustration is that this is a game that England really should have been resting players for. But, they still need that point. They'll probably still go through anyway, but they still need that point. They still need to start strong. They cannot underestimate Slovenia.
Dion Dublin's got an interesting take in it. In the Sunday Mirror, he says play Watkins, Toney and Kane. That one I haven't seen suggested. That's certainly all out attack.
Right, that would be as crowded as one of the trains out here, Shaun. So where would Dion? Dion loves his strikers.
He certainly does.
Who would then provide the width and the delivery?
I don't know. But also, if you play Gordon, you're perhaps suggesting that Foden may miss out. Now, you absolutely rinsed me the other week when I suggested dropping Bellingham back to play alongside Rice. No, you said. But I've seen lots of people suggesting that since then and putting Foden in the number 10 role.
Yeah, I absolutely understand that, but I'm basing my views on how he's been best for Real Madrid this season, which is further up the pitch, and I love him up there. But look, I take your point. In the first half against Serbia, his heat map, he had 4 touches in the left back area. He was actually appeared in every with left-sided centre half on the left, obviously central, in the box as well, scored that good goal. So look, he can play as an 8, but I think he's best as a 10. We're then I think we're going to stray into Gerrard versus Lampard territory, and Foden and Bellingham. I know you've touched on this before, and I think you have to get Gordon in there. And then Southgate's going to have to make a huge call on Foden, which seems absolute madness given what a player he's been this season. His way round that, as you say, is dropping Bellingham alongside Rice. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's obviously going to step down for this game. But does that bring the best out of Bellingham?
Well, it might not bring the best out of him, but you might get a very good, solid performance from him, which allows Foden, if it allows Foden to play well, to express himself the way he does for Manchester City, and you're sacrificing a little bit of Bellingham, maybe that's the best way to do it.
But I think maybe other countries and other managers would look at England and say the balance, even with Bellingham and Rice, is actually, where's the defensive one of the two? Rice has been best this season when he's had Thomas Partey behind him. Bellingham has been best this season when he's been as a 10 rather than as an 8, or deeper. So is it actually, should we be having an argument about should Kobbie Mainoo come in? Should Adam Wharton sort of step in there as well? I think there will, or Conor Gallagher as well, who seems more of a sort of Southgate player. That is going to be the issue in terms of balance. But at some point, at some point, there's going to be a big decision made over Foden because he's not going to drop Bellingham, and if he wants to get the balance right, he's going to need a more defensive player alongside Declan Rice. If you want to get more from Declan Rice, so look, I agree, it's a absolute total conundrum. The thought of leading Phil Foden out is absolute bonkers, but it's about balancing the team.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.